check it out. Reed and Steve's going to be a little late.
Right.
He can come in and join us. Because his line's wrapped around like the building 17 times.
Right.
Give him a minute, he'll come to join us. But let's get this party started. What are we talking about today? Who's got some ideas? Yeah, sir. Say it again. Part 3. Dustin Steam, as I refer to him as, is writing it as we speak.
No way.
The unfortunate incidents in Boston put a thorn in his ass. I think that'll expedite the process a little bit. Having said that, you're not going to see it tomorrow. It's gonna, it's a process. So I'd say late 14. My best guess. There you go. Who's next? Okay, well, nice talk. Is rock back in? It's called the Boondock Saints. I personally, they wouldn't get like $12.50 if rock went in. I don't know what it is in Detroit. You guys are probably going, God damn, $12.50. Okay, LA, no shit. There's a theater called the ArcLight, $22. It's like, are you kidding me? $22? It's ridiculous. You got a mic, bro? Just checking. Do you have one? Check, checking. Oh. And this is one of those old school, like Partridge Family mics. Not like retro. I think I love you, so what am I so afraid of?
Doesn't he put you in a good mood? He's like a ray of sunshine.
I gotta be honest, I'm making myself shut up a little bit. Who's next? Yes. I can't hear you.
Have they ever talked about bringing Boondock Saints to like a regular TV series? Like regular episode?
You know, that's what the problem is. Troy tried it, and they didn't. The studios felt it wouldn't be that good of an idea as a TV series, and probably because Norman Sean wouldn't be in it.
What's that? It's kind of like that Peanuts thing. I have no idea what you could have insulted me. I have no idea. Who's next? Yes, sir. The Boondock Saints video game. No idea. There's been a couple of different versions that we were talking about, and I know they're very close to 3D kind of wacky one, but I don't know all the details. Unfortunately. Who's next? Yes. What was it like being in a Saw movie? It was creepy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, every one of the sets was like, gears and chainsaws, and, on most movie sets, everything's fake. Bullshit. I saw the shit steel, that show cut me. I walked in there like, ooh, ow. They're like, man, it's a Saw. I'm like, well, fuck, man, it's a movie. They do fake shit like that, It's like Warner Brother, man, It was creepy, though. Every one of the sets was really, really weird and creepy, man. I'll be honest with you. But it was kind of cool, too, because I was doing something that I knew was going to come out. I made a career out of things that, you never see again. So it's neat doing it. You know that it's going to come out. And, in 1,000 theaters or something stupid, So it was cool. Who's next? Yes. What's after Dexter? No idea.
Tell him what you did just before Dexter.
Just before, I had a movie coming out called Broken Horses. Thank you very much. I got a movie coming out called Broken Horses. That'll be towards the end of the year. Filming Dexter up until deep into August. And after that, probably a little relax.
That's the one where your legs cut off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
You should go see it. It's fun. Who's next? Yes, sir. And for those of you guys who didn't hear me, he said, Rock, could I meet you back at your hotel room later? I have crotchless underwear on. I'm going to let Rock answer that.
He said, what is your favorite thing that you did on Boondock Saints to Sean?
Bringing reality in to fuck up a perfectly good lie. It's only 3 people that heard it. You could have ran with that. That was an alley-oop. Rock could have. But honesty kicks its ass every time. Go ahead.
The funnest time that I had was when I first met Sean. No, funnest time was just doing the whole thing. It was all fun. Yeah, probably pack your shit. Going and doing that scene was fun.
So let's just give this a try. The shepherds we should be for the worship, for the power that set forth the right hand, for their feet, but soon to carry out their command, through which flow over the fourth thing, human social never be. I just wanted to see if she could do it that quick, man. Damn. Keep going, man. Who's next? Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna hit Rock in the numbers.
Like, there was a table, sitting, just eating pizza, just the cat. The cat wasn't really there. Like, I had to go
It scared the piss out of Rock, I can tell you.
No, you know, like if you had to pretend to kill Bambi or something. You know, the deer's there, the head's tilted. But even if you don't kill it, you have the gun there. You know, you're saying, wow, that's too bad. But Bambi wasn't even there when we were doing it. Somebody bailed me out with another question. What do you got? Couldn't hear him. See, if I don't like the question, I can't hear you. Or if I don't know the answer, because these are tough questions. I'm dying here, Sean.
Yes, brother, right there, hand up.
Hey Rocco, tell the story about getting punched in the face in the bar at the beginning. Your face looks like an egg?
Well, yeah, everybody thinks when I get hit and I say, Boris, your mother's whatever, so much dick that her face looks like. And Troy wouldn't let me get the line out. So you just hear something that sounds like egg. And it's not that her face looks like an egg. Her face looks like a glazed donut. I thought that was good. I tried to get it out. You know.
Yes, back there.
Can you tell the story about when Norman drops the soap?
What's that?
The soap. When Norman drops the soap?
Norman did drop the soap. It's a true story. But that's not the funny part about it. The funny part is not the fact that Norman dropped the soap. The fact of the matter is, when we came out, they weren't, for whatever reason, Troy, he's got a molecule in him that bends the other way. He's like, oh yeah, I got this great scene. You guys are going to be naked. I'm going to shoot in slow motion. You're going to be thuds up. I was like, really, Duffy? He's like, yeah, it's going to be great. I was like, wow, that's a different Duffy, man. But, so we go to shoot this, right? We're naked. It's like 20 degrees outside Toronto. It's dead of winter. So basically, the Jimmy Johnson's up in the neck somewhere searching for heat, right? Dudes, you can understand what I'm talking about. The chicks are like, what? What's he talking about? Hey, trouser worm's a trouser worm. No, trouser worm ain't a trouser worm. The temperature's out. So they give us these little pouches, and literally they're like, did you guys ever see the Beavis and and Butthead when they have to wear jock straps and they use eye patches like that. They're like eye patches, right? Remember Beavis and Butthead come out and that guy goes, "Hey, spot me!" And they're like, there you are, like that. So they give us these little pouches with drawstrings, right? And it's like 4 in the morning. I'm like, "Fuck, let's shoot this shit. Let's go home." So I go out there and I shoot it, and I mean, let's be honest, it's slow motion. Lather up, Ducky shoots, and we're good to go. I didn't wear my pouch. I'm not saying it to brag. I wanted to go home. It was chilly. I wanted to go. And I've been working with these people for like 3 months already. So whatever. Regis is in the bathroom trying his on. He's like, so how do you know how to do a square? Yeah, Regis, they use special nautical rope on that. It won't come untied at all, man. Just Regis latches this baby up, right? It goes on set. Meanwhile, we have a hairdresser, like Linda or something, and everybody knew her. She was Linda, the hairdresser, right? We go to shoot this. Norman's lathered up, and we had to do a couple that were a little bit more heterosexual because Norman first did it like that. I can't make it up, that's what he was doing. And then Duffy went out and said, let's do it again, do it a little less gay. So then Regis did it, right? The second take, they're zooming in on the dolly, Norm drops the soap. And he's so panicked about dropping it because he doesn't want to bend over that he's literally like, reaching for the soap. No, that's not the funny bit. The funny bit is if the Jimmy Johnson pouch falls off. Then he's like double panicked. But the weird thing is, some cat no one's ever seen named Frederick goes, I'll get it! I'll get it! And I was like, who the fuck is that? It's Frederick, the hairdresser. I'm like, where the fuck has Frederick been the whole time? Where's it been Linda that's done her hair? I've never seen this cat. He's rushing on the set, picking it up, going, I got it, Normy! I was like, whoa! And Reeves is in slow motion trying to get the soap and the pouch at the same time. And I was like, that's what happened, man.
Thank you.
That shit to make it more ridiculous. That shit happened. Who's next? Who's next? Say it again. She said, who's older?
The one with the bigger.
Yeah, that one up there, she's like 15, she covered her eyes. I'm kidding, she's like 24.
I totally just deleted it.
Chris Hansen, I'm just kidding, she's 24. Who's next? Yes?
You end up on the table on Dexter.
Say it again?
You end up on Dexter's table.
Do I end up on his table?
Yeah.
Don't tell
Okay, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. And the secret is that I can't fucking tell you. But for a minute you were like, oh shit. I'll put this shit on YouTube. Yeah. Who's next? Yes, baby. Would I be willing to do a... Like, so you want me to do a naked fighting scene with Regis? Basically. Okay, Regis has been one of my best buddies for a long, long time. But we dropped the line. We share things, but we call them secrets. I don't know, nude fighting, that's a different film. I think they shot one already. It's called the Boondock Taints. I just made that shit up too. So if somebody from Vivid, you should go shoot that shit. Yes. What is it?
To see a return to rock.
Yeah. That was the first question. Where you been, brother? Hello! Yeah, he's gonna be back, man. Come on. It's rock and roll. You know what I mean? It's like spanking this game without spanking. Yes, back there.
What about Romeo? What happens to him?
What's that?
What happens to Romeo?
He didn't die. He'll be back.
He'll be back? Yeah.
Who's next?
Maybe I wasn't supposed to tell you he wouldn't die. So forget that I told you he wouldn't die. We don't know if he's going to die. But he's not going to die, really.
That's the sonic version of Rocco moonwalking out of the discussion. It's like, what did I fucking say? Who is that? My favorite episode from Indiana Jones.
Woo!
Without question and by a comfortable margin, the Battle of Verdun, directed by an art house director, a French director named René Mazur. And to me, I thought it was a poetic little genius piece of art. I really did. In a series that was so different. Every episode was very different, from Terry Jones slapstick to heavy drama to romantic comedy. And that was a heavy piece of art. I really, really loved it. I thought it was a musical episode in poetry. Who's next? Yes. What's that? Am I a fan of Dexter? Yeah. Have you ever met somebody that's like, yeah, tried it, not really? But to be perfectly honest, I'd never seen it before. So whenever I signed on to do it, I started doing my research, and oddly enough, I was like on the 10th episode of season 1, watching my DVDs, and I went to the first read through, and I'm like, I don't want to spoiler alert, okay? Spoiler alert. I don't know if you guys are caught up. I was like, where's she at? And they like killed her like a couple seasons ago. I'm like, who's this guy? Who's that girl? I had no idea. So I had a lot of catching up to do. So many things changed from season 1, you know. But it's flattering. It's neat. It's just, kind of just like Saw. I've done a lot of TV, but I haven't done a lot of TV that people actually oh shit. It's kind of neat. It really is. I mean, it sounds like a joke, but it really is neat to be a part of something that's successful and to do something that people are going to see. So it's kind of neat for me. You know, it is. Who's this man? Would I ever do guest appearance on the vlog? You know what? It would almost be too close to home. You know what I mean? It would almost be breaking the third wall. You know what I mean? It would literally be like Daryl Dixon looking right at the camera going, okay, I'm back. Wow. Oh. You know, it would be weird. You know what I mean? Unless it was one of those secrets that I didn't tell anyone. I was so zombie. I'm like, hey, a little Easter egg, guys. If anybody can pick out who it was. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Yeah, if the Saints were on Walking Dead, it'd last for like another 2 episodes. Come on, like one whole, that'd be like, no, motherfucker. We're roasting you shit. We know where the nukes are kept, motherfuckers. Who's next? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. It's like one of your best buddies does a show like that. It's like, you know, I mean, let's be honest. It's like that's shows like that are what all of us aspire to. You know, everybody wants to be a part of a successful, wonderfully written show like that. You know, and when one of your best buddies sees an opportunity to do it, it's like, holy shit, man! It's like campfire chants. You know what I mean? It's like, that's my boy. Yes. You know? I mean, you know, it's. I almost jumped through the TV. When it came down to him and his brother, I'm like, it's only going one way, motherfucker. There's only one way this shit's gonna end, you know? I'm like, Merle, brother, don't make me. Who's next? Yes, man. In Boondock Saints, how much of it was improv? You know, there's some scripts that there's not much improvisation at all, and some scripts where there's a lot, you know, and that falls into the latter category. You know, Troy's a pretty open dude. It's like, you know, best idea wins, and so I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Rock, you can vouch for some of this, like when we shot the montage. Tell them about that.
Yeah, we all wrote that together. You know, we just did it together. That was fun.
I just wanted 2 sips, bro. I got like half. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, true. You know, we all came up with, some great lines to put in there. And a few of mine are in there. But my favorite one got cut out.
Oh.
My favorite one.
What is it?
Real men don't say they'll only put the tip in. And then actually only put the tip in. They didn't use it though. What are you gonna do? Like that airplane G-rated shit.
Yeah.
Who's next? Yeah. I heard 10-inch hair. What does 10-inch hero mean? They work in a sub shop. Summer exceptions. I know what y'all tuned in to see though, right? Let you know a little secret. They cast a white Irish guy for a movie called 10-inch hero. No. Who's next? Yes, brother. I can't disclose that, but let me tell you this. He's one of the funniest, most quick-witted, wonderfully warm humans I've ever come across. Billy Connolly. Billy Connolly. Some of the funniest things about Boondock Saints are riding in the van to the set with Billy Connolly. Because every time I tell them, I say this, people think I'm making it up, but every single one of Billy's stories starts with some shit like, so Jimmy leaned over to me and I said, what was it like writing Purple Haze? And you're like, what? And he's not making it up. He's like, so Mick told me, hey, let's go to David's house, and I'll stroke his car. I remember the story. He knows these people though, you know what I mean? That was his youth, He was like, yeah, I had a sandwich with Mary and Faithful the other day, and she was telling me about Maggie, and she's talking about Margaret Thatcher. You're like, what you guys don't understand is like Billy Connolly's a big guy to you guys. In the UK and in Europe, he's fucking expressive. Billy Connolly's like literally like Louis C.K., Bill Burr, Chris Rock wrapped into one. The guy's huge over there. And so he's got that pedigree. Every one of his stories is, you're like, tell me more, man, tell me more. That had nothing to do with your question at that time. Yes, sir.
I actually had another question about what it was like to work with a comedian like Billy Connolly in such a serious role. A very funny guy, but the role itself is very serious.
I think that juxtaposition works in his favor. He's a well-crafted thespian, as they say across the pond. He's a talented individual. And, oddly enough, I have a career of doing heavy drama, but I started in musical theater, doing comedy. It's what people first see you in film, that they kind of lock you into that. Once you made them cry, you can't make them laugh. No. You're serious. No, it's not, you're not funny. You're serious. And once you make them laugh, if you do anything heavy, you're like, come on, dude. You're a funny guy. So it really works with Billy because he's got that long mane of hair and he looks like Jesus Christ. He looks like a burning bush and Moses is coming up and Billy's going to have 2 tablets. You're going to go, what happened to Moses? I got this one, boys, You take a tablet and you take a tablet. It works for him, And he's certainly got the chops to do anything. A lot of guys fall in one category, not that category. That cat can do anything. Who's next? Yes, red shirt. Say it again. I don't do a very good Christopher Walken impersonation, but I had a wonderful time working with the cat. And I'll tell you this about Christopher Walken. You know, a lot of people think, oh man, this guy's so weird. Let me say that. No. The guy's not weird at all. If you transcribe what the guy's saying, he's saying the same shit you and I say. Like, for example, we go to lunch, and I'd say, you stand in line, you know, I'd come to Hollywood, they give you one veggie, one fish, one meat, you know, and I'd be like, you know, I'll have the tuna fish and macaroni and cheese. And that sounds perfectly normal. Walking's behind me, and he goes, oh, hi, the tuna fish and macaroni and cheese. And it's just like, just order. When in reality, you ordered the same shit I did. It's just because he put this bizarre cadence and these weird pauses in places you never pause. And I had a conversation with him. I'm like, brother, why are you pausing? Did you forget your shit? Be honest with me. Or did you strategically place it there to be fucking weird? And I'll tell you this, it works. You know, one of my favorite quotes in the acting industry is, it's better to be interesting than realistic and believable. And he's that guy. Because I'll tell you this, if he wasn't an actor, you'd never seen him before, and that motherfucker came up to take your order and he said, do you need more time with the menu? You go, dude, shut up. Come on, bro. What the fuck's wrong with you? You're not even believable as a human. Get out of here. Well, let's be honest. Who would be like, oh yeah, no, that's probably him? No, you'd all be going, come on. Oh, you're serious? You know. I don't know, do you remember who it was? Yeah, that's his name too. But anyway, he is that dude, man. What he's saying is exactly the same thing we're saying. I mean, he's been married 10 million years, he's bald. He could be more normal. He's 5 times more normal than me. But my shit comes out fluidly. So you guys like believe me that I'm saying, hey, fucking sane. Fucking sane. He sounds crazy, right? It's brilliant, man, that cat. He can cast it in anything. And it's interesting because you're like, what? It's just playful, you know? And that's part of being intrigued. And he's got that down pat, man. I can watch him with the phone book. 7, 8, 2, carry code. That shit's interesting. If I said it, you guys would be like, fuck him out. Who's next? Yes. Anybody? Brother? At the same time. What's that say again? Oh, he's sort of green shirt. So does karate. Oh, okay. The question was, did we have training to learn how to shoot? So Reedus had some training. I'm fucking from Texas. So I think that's self-explanatory. But yeah, Reedus had some training. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
What is your favorite color?
Blue.